Good morning. DeWayne Crumley here, Friendship Baptist Church with Friendship Moments. Been reading a lot lately in the book of Hebrews. In Hebrews, the 12th chapter, it says this: See to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, and that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble. I see a lot of people who are bitter in the world today. In fact, years ago at one church I was at, there were two brothers there. One would sit on the far right side of the sanctuary. The other would sit on the far left side of the sanctuary. And I noticed that they never ever talked. They never said hello. They never did anything together. They avoided each other. And I went to each one of them individually and asked what was the problem. And they both said that 20 years earlier than that they had had a falling out and they hadn't spoken in 20 years. I asked each one of them individually what was the falling out over, and neither one of them could remember what it was about. That's bitterness. That's when somebody offends you, big or little, and you let it take root in your heart. You let it grow and fester, and it becomes like a cancer. And it just grows. And I see so many people today who are bitter. We need to realize today that we live in an imperfect world. This world is not perfect. We are going to have problems. Jesus didn't say if problems happened. He said when they happen. So we need to realize that life is really just one big problem. And that as we live our lives, we don't need to let things take hold that can control us. The Apostle Paul said for us to take every thought captive. If these two brothers had taken that thought captive 20 years, well, it's really 40 now, 40 years ago, they wouldn't have had that bitterness. Think of all the family blessings that they missed, and think of all the things that could have been, and think of all the hardness of heart and the bitter thoughts that they had toward each other. You know, I thought it had to be hard going to church with somebody you wouldn't speak to. See, that's not a example or definition of a Christian. So we need to look at ourselves today. We are so busy looking at others and what they have done to us. We need to look at ourselves. How do we respond when we're done wrong? How do we respond when problems happen? How do we show the world that we are a believer? Is it just words or is it actions? Thanks for listening to a little church by the road today. Love to have you come visit us. We're definitely a different church. We're growing and the spirit is real strong. In the little church by the road, we're in Killen, Alabama, right on the highway, right on the 4-lane, right next to Cousin's Convenience Store. We'd love to have you. Our small groups start at 10 and our worship service is at 11. But you can reach us through snail mail, you can email us, you can call us, but more than anything, we'd like you to come visit with us. Thank you for listening.